In this video, we're going to find the equation of a line when given the point and the slope. In our last lesson, we talked about a point and a slope is actually enough information to write the equation of a line. We're going to have to find the y-intercept because we need it to write the equation of a line, but the point and the slope will help us do that. So if you guys recall, in our last lesson, we had someone give us the weight of a baby chick after 9 days, and that weight was 98.4 grams. Then we were told that the chick would grow steadily by 5.2 grams per day. So we plotted our point at 98.4, and then we went up 5.2 and over 1, and we continued that pattern. And then if we went backwards, we could find the y-intercept. So our first strategy here is we're going to do that. We're going to graph our point that's given, and then we're going to find our y-intercept. Make sure you're following along with the Word doc. If you guys want, you can watch the video, pause it, and then flip back over and fill it out. Okay, so the point's 2, 4, the slope is 2. What is the graph? What is the equation of this line? We're going to start our first question by graphing. So if I graph the point 2, 4, it would be right there. And then if I perform the slope of 2, up 2 and over 1, up 2 and over 1, it's going to look like that. And then if I reverse it, I can find the y-intercept. Down 2, backwards 1, down 2, backwards 1. So there's the line that I'm looking for, and we should be able to identify that line. That line should be y equals the slope, so 2x, and then plus whatever the y-intercept is. In this case, the y-intercept is 0, so it's just plus 0. So that's looking at it as with a graph. Now what if I didn't do the graph part? What if I just did the equation? Let's see if they match up. So the equation strategy that we figured out is we can actually just write the equation of a line, y equals mx plus b, and we can plug the point and the slope in, okay? So let's see what that looks like. This point is an xy coordinate. So I can plug the 4 in place of the y. I can plug the 2 in place of the x. And then the m was given. The m is 2, right? So I can take this 2 and plug it in place of the m. So I have 2 parentheses. In place of the x is a 2 again. And then the only letter left is the letter b, right? And we want to solve for b. That's the y-intercept. Remember, if we have the b and the y-intercept, we can write the equation. But right now, I can't write that full equation unless I have the b value, okay? So if I wanted to write my equation, I would be doing this. Y equals 2x plus, but I don't know b yet, right? So that's why I'm solving for b. So let me keep solving for b here. Okay, well 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, I want b by itself, so subtract this 4. And well, what do we notice here? We get a b value of 0. So this b value of 0 should go here in our equation. We can plug the 0 in. It's not necessary to put the 0 at the end, but I'm just emphasizing where the b value goes. And then this is our final answer. Y equals 2x plus 0. And if you guys look at the graph, what did we get on the graph? Same thing, right? So there is a purpose of doing the equation, and that is sometimes the graph might be a decimal point, right? If it's a decimal or if it's crossing in between 2 points, we're not going to be able to answer it 100% correctly. We'll be estimating, right? And we don't want to do that. The equation will be 100% accurate every time, okay? So the equation is the strategy we want to use going forward, but we're going to check with our graphs, okay? Let's try one more together. If you need to, pause the video and go ahead and write down number 1 if you did not, and then come back and jump in for number 2. Okay, so number 1 should be complete. We're doing number 2 now. This time we're going to graph it second. We're going to do the equation technique first. Okay, So step number 1, write the generic equation down. So what is slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. Okay? And then step number 2. So step 1, write it down. Step 2, plug everything in that you can. The only thing that should be left is the letter b. Remember, this is an x-coordinate, this is a y-coordinate. So I can take the -5 and plug it in for the y. Okay, I can take this -1, plug it in place of the m. And take this -3 and plug it in place of the x. All right, keep solving. If I multiply these two, -1 times -3 is +3. Okay, subtract 3. -5 minus 3 is -8. So I have my b value for -8, right? B is equal to -8. That's not the answer to the question, though. The question is, what's the equation of a line? We do all of this work here in the middle to get the b value. Now we can write the equation of our line. Y equals whatever the m is, so -1x, and then plus b. In this case, it's a -8, so I'm just going to put minus b. So this is the equation we're looking for. All right, let's check it graphically. Let's plot our point. -3, 1, 2, 3, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I plotted my point. So remember, guys, you start by plotting the point. Don't start with the slope. Normally we start with the y-intercept, but we don't have it, so you have to start with plotting your point. Then do your slope, whatever that is. Our slope's -1, so I'm going to go down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1, and I continue that pattern until I cross the y-axis. And I see that my y-intercept is right here. Hopefully it's -8, because that's what I got in my equation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So the equation and the graph are matching. These two here are saying the same thing. Slope of -1, y-intercept of -8. Okay, so that's how this works. Let's have you guys try number 3. So pause the video, try number 3, and then come back and check your answer. All right, you should have already completed this. Here is my answer. I got y equals -4x plus 33. I'm going to check it graphically to make sure that it's making sense. I'm going to graph my point first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up at 1. Slope's -4, down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. That's off the graph, so I'm going to reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, backwards 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, backwards 1. That's the most I can graph for this problem. If I think about it, though, it's going to cross way up here somewhere. So yeah, that's 33. So that's being consistent with what I found. All right, there are 2 more problems. Go ahead and attempt those last 2. I'm not going to put the answer for these last 2. I want to see your guys' work here on this one. But make sure your guys' work is looking like mine, okay? Find the b value, write the equation, and then graph it. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me by email. But go ahead and take care of these last 2. And then once you're done, submit this worksheet and move on to the next task that you have today. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful.